get going. Hello. Can I have your attention, please? All right, we're going to need your assistance in keeping the noise down. If you want to keep networking, go out in the hallway. We're going to give some attention to the people on stage. If I haven't met you before, my name is Bobby Carlton. I'm one of the founders of Mass Innovation Nights, and this is Mass Innovation Nights number 99. Woo! I want to thank everybody who is here tonight. You are here to support local startups and local entrepreneurs. So if you are tweeting, use the hashtag Min99. Mass Innovation Nights has helped launch over 1,000 new products, and that's entirely for free. We don't charge the entrepreneurs anything. And those companies have collectively gotten more than 1.3 billion in funding. That's billion with a B. So I want to take this opportunity to introduce Ed Gaskin from the Greater Grove Hall. He is one of the key people. Actually, he is the key person for making Mass Innovation Nights happen here. Come on up, Ed. You want this in here?
I don't know if I'm that organized.
What?
I don't know if I'm that organized.
You're that organized.
Oh, coordinated.
All right, go Ed.
All right. I'll try to do this. So, first of all, on behalf of the board of the Greater Grove Hall Main Streets, we want to welcome you to beautiful Grove Hall. All right. I would ask the board members to stand, but you wouldn't be able to see them anyway because the number of people are standing. But take my word for it, they're here. I also want to recognize our promotion chair of the board, but you probably can't see her, but Cindy Jady, she's in here someplace. There she is, way in the back. And when you came in, you saw a woman quilting with this computerized technology, and that was her mother. It's she's sort of world recognized for the work, but it's just showing you even things as historic and traditional as quilting have now been computerized and revitalized, and now they are also part of technology. I need to give a special thanks. A lot of people, when you came in, you might have seen Bridget back there. See Bridget? And she was the one that took your name or information, but if she didn't get it, please give it to us so we can stay in contact with you. But Bridget was extremely helpful and with me in terms of putting the event together. But I also want to recognize, again, I'm just going through the partners and things like that very quickly. I'll be brief, but I have to recognize like I said, Bridget and Skylab. I have to mention the Epicenter Community, Roxbury Innovation Center, Smarter in the City, Fairmont Innovation Lab, Masada Partners, Out of the Box Agency. Again, I appreciate the fact that everybody came together to make this event a success. So again, my sincere appreciation of that. And I want to thank everybody who tweeted, posted, shared, and invited their friends, which is why we have the people that we have here tonight. I want to give another shout out to the Bay State Banner, our media partner, but also Brother Charles on Touch 106. He also did a thing for BNN. Some people saw Pastor Bruce Wall and Priscilla Flint on Boston Praise Radio, Nina Lagarde and Supreme on WRBB, Taylor Andre this morning on Big City. So again, all these people helped to promote this event. I appreciate it. You noticed the food that was here, so what we did tonight, instead of just going to one caterer, we tried to support the small businesses that are part of the Commonwealth Kitchen. So we had a number of small vendors to support them. And finally, I just want to make sure that I thank the sponsors. They were great. I didn't have to do anything crazy to raise the money. I just said, this is how much the event costs. Can you help me cover it? And so one of the first people that got back to me was Terry Williams from One United. And I thought it was great because she invited me to come in and talk to her. But now she's having an event next week, or anybody can come and talk to her. So, so One United, Eastern, Boston Private Bank, Boston Foundation, LISC, Quincy Geneva, Dorchester Bay. So thank you. Thanks all the sponsors that helped make this happen. And I have one mini story. And this is sort of the context. One day I was in one of the local high schools here, and it was a class where the kids were learning how to write the code for computer games. And I had a chance to have every student demonstrate their game for me. And at the end of their little demonstration, I asked each child or kid, had they ever thought of having their own video game company? And unfortunately, every student said no. So it taught me that while they might have the skill sets, like in STEM and things like that, that they didn't necessarily have the mindset for coding, or for entrepreneurship. So one of the things that we did is we tried to reach out to various youth groups in the area, schools, so they could come to an event like this and see all these role models, all the people here, people of color, people in the community, and we thought it would be a great model, a great example for young people. So again, that was important to us. And so if we're going to deal with like issues of gentrification and whatnot, we have to have higher paying jobs than minimum wage jobs. We have to have jobs that pay a lot more, that things that have opportunities for wealth creation. We're not going to be able to diminish the wealth gap between communities if we don't provide these kind of opportunities. And so my thing is, if you have a business, you're thinking about having a business, you know somebody who's thinking of having a business, come and see us. Greater Grove Hall Main Streets, the people that you need to know are in this room, and if they don't know, somebody knows them. There's all kinds of services. We can get you connected. I'm going to say it like in church. Repeat after me. Get you connected.
Get you connected.
So stay connected. So I need you to sign up so we can stay in contact with you. We can make sure that you're getting what you need. And if I like to, can I do my video now? Oh, I guess not. Oh, I'm so disappointed. I had such a great video. So that's it. I believe we now have the opportunity to have the mayor of Boston. So I'm not going to say all the stuff about the mayor that you already know, but I can only talk about it from my own personal experience. So the mayor and I started at roughly the same time, and I met Mayor Walsh at Reverend Dickerson's church. And so I invited him to come to Grove Hall because we were going to have some renovations take place. And I said it's very easy to show when things aren't working, but it's a lot harder to show when things are working. So we wanted to do the before, sort of before and after type pictures. So I didn't know, because I was new to this realm, that what a mayor does in his first 100 days is a signal, or it says this is important. And so within his first 100 days of office, he came to Grove Hall and we did the photos, which I appreciated. We also, in his first State of the City address, he included Grove Hall. He said Grove Hall and Bowdoin, Geneva are going to get a Main Street makeover. So we appreciated the fact that we got called out for that. And again, we should have did more before and after pictures, because we've done a lot of work on the sidewalks, streets, lights. I mean, I can't even talk about improvements to roads and things like that, Seaver, Columbia. So again, the Main Street, now we're not all done. We're not done, but certainly we have a lot of things that you can see that are visible improvements. Another thing that I appreciate the mayor for is that he helped raise money for the Main Street Foundation, and that's what made it possible. If you people have seen some of the banners on the street poles, or you've seen some of the public art, like the Muhammad Ali or the Prince art on some of the utility boxes, those were all paid for from grants that we got from the foundation. So I like the fact that the mayor was willing to support innovation in the neighborhoods. When first I read a quote, he said he was going to target the Seaport District, but myself and some other people, at least I'm sure other people, said, you know, we got to make it possible in the neighborhoods, yes, which he did, so I appreciate it. And I would say I appreciate what I call my 2-minute meetings with the mayor, where I tell him in 1 minute what it is that I need, and he takes a minute to tell me how to get it, and so I really appreciate that. And again, just like a surprise, coming soon, we have a new park and a new parking lot coming here. It's like a $500,000 project. And again, all these kind of improvements that are coming to the community, we're making a difference. Now, I just have to tell you, Mayor, I'm having some problems getting security cameras for the park, but I haven't got to you yet. I'm still working my way through. I'm working my way through the process. So anyway, I just like the fact that with the mayor, at least you get a hearing, and I guess finally I would say, Mayor, I remember when you went to see MakerBot and you said you'd like to have something like that in this area. And I told you, I said, we are going to work with you to make that happen. And so MakerBot, as you know, came from MIT, and so the new strategy is, why create it here and then manufacture it someplace else? Why can't we create it here and manufacture it in this community and create high-paying jobs, better wages, and not have to have people take 2 buses and a train to get to a job someplace else on the other side of town? So I believe that we can make this happen. I believe the people in the room can help make this happen, and we want to work with you to make it happen.
Thank you, Ed, and I want to thank you for that introduction, and thank you for calling out in front of the whole room about the cameras, so I think I have no choice now, but I want to thank Ed, I want to thank the board at the Greater Grove Hall Main Streets program for the great work they do. All of you that are here tonight, thank you for your great work. I want to thank Bobby and Mass Innovations for their great work as well. Thank you to the leaders, the entrepreneurs, everyone that's in this room. I want to give a shout out to a couple elected officials. We have State Representative Liz Myers with us. Thank you, Representative Meyer. We have State Representative Andrew Cavallo with us. Thank you, Representative Cavallo. State Senator Sonia Chang Diaz is with us. Thank you, State Senator Sonia Chang Diaz. And I think Representative China Tyler might be on her way, so I want to thank her as well. Innovation. A couple of years ago when we did the bowling building, we put in there an innovation lab. People said, why are you putting an innovation lab in the bowling building? And we said because we have innovation down the South Boston waterfront, we have innovation all over the city of Boston, we need to bring innovation to Roxbury. Yes. And since we put that lab in there, we've really started to see more and more people go in there. But when you look around this room and you think of innovation, look around this room here tonight. And this innovation in Roxbury and in Boston and other parts of our city is alive and well, so it's great to see everyone here tonight. Grove Hall is a great neighborhood to live, work, play in. And we're going to continue to fight to make sure that happens. The city is investing in Grove Hall, as Ed said, to continue to thrive and grow. When you think about what's happening in our neighborhoods, you think about income inequality, you think about all of the things that we have. The two things that we have to do is create job opportunity and create wealth for folks, and create more housing so people can stay in their neighborhoods. And those are things that we've been working with not just Grove Hall Main Streets, but with all the Main Street programs, and also working with the business offices in our city, because it's something that we have to do. Mass Innovation Nights are amazing opportunities for local entrepreneurs, and entrepreneurs to gain exposure for their products, entrepreneurs to get advice from experts, and entrepreneurs as they network with their fellow entrepreneurs. And that's something that we have to do a better job of in the city of Boston, is networking. And make sure if you have a business card, pass it on. If you don't, pass your name along, because that's how it's done. That's how it's done at GE, that's how it's done at Apple, that's how it's done at Microsoft, and that's how it's done at Samsung, and that's how it's done in Roxbury. And you just need to continue to reach out, to work with each other, and how do we help network? And we have people here from the city that wants to help you. I was happy to be at one of the last year's supports that we had, focusing on women entrepreneurs. And there's some interesting numbers that I want to just shout out at you here for a second. We highlighted the program that we had, WeBoss, in the city of Boston last year. It helps women, especially minority women, get one-on-one coaching for networking opportunities. People of color-owned businesses, ownership is growing. For example, I don't know if many people know this, but when I saw this number, it jumped out at me. The number of businesses owned by African American women grew 322% in 20 years, making that group of people the fastest growing group of entrepreneurs in our country. People aren't talking about that number. People are talking about, they'll talk about the bad stuff, but they're not talking about that number. That's a real number. That's a real opportunity to build off of that momentum. Tonight, the theme of tonight's African Americans, founders of tech business. There's an opportunity here that we need to continue to move forward on that opportunity. And that's something that when you think of what's happening in our city, it's so important. The focus is a great highlighting the diverse talent that we have in our city. It's an inspiration for our young people interested in starting their own businesses, pursuing STEM careers, as well as exciting potentials in these fields. In City Hall, we value the creativity in these areas, and we also have people that work for us in City Hall that are there to help you. We have folks from small business. Carolyn Crockett's here from Economic Development. She's here to help you create opportunities. We're moving forward in a whole bunch of different ways. We have Kara Miller here as the director as well of our We Boss program to help our women entrepreneurs. So the people that you need are here. Steve Gilman from Main Street is here. We have people in this very room we're asking you to take advantage of. Because when we think about opportunities in our neighborhoods, we're not thinking about opportunities in one part of our neighborhood. We're thinking of opportunities across our neighborhoods. And I look a lot, there's a lot of millennials that's in front of me here tonight that are excited and get ready to go. But when you leave here, don't leave here until you connect with somebody from our city to make sure that we can help you. Technology has the power to help solve the biggest challenges that we face as a city in areas like education, public safety, and economic opportunity. The technology field represents the fastest growing sectors of industry. In bringing technology and entrepreneurship together helps us foster economic inclusion and equality, something that's really important in our city. It can help us bridge the wage gap. We hear a lot about wage disparities. We hear a lot about income inequality. And we hear a lot about racism, quite honestly. And this is an opportunity to be able to really focus on opportunities for employment and really close those gender divides and those ethnic divides, every divide that we have to close. It's important for us to do that. We're committed in Boston to creating and increasing opportunities for entrepreneurship through our small business plan, through our We Boss, through our Start Hub initiatives. And by the way, our next We Boss week is going to be October 16th to the 20th. And Kara's playing that, so I'd ask you to go talk to her. I want to end with, I want to thank the groups that came here tonight to make this happen in Grove Hall. Thank you for that. I want to thank Skylab. I want to thank the Roxbury Innovation Center. I want to thank Smarter in the City. I want to thank Epicenter Community. I want to thank Masada Partners. I want to thank the Fairmont Lab, Innovation Lab. And I want to thank all the folks that are here tonight because that's why we're here. We're here really to create opportunities. If we want to be an inclusive global city, which we are, and we want to continue to be that, we have to make sure that opportunity for innovation and technology is not just happening in one part of our city, but happening in all the corners of our city. Thank you and enjoy the rest of the night.
All right, folks, and we've also got a whole team of experts that are here. And we also have a representative. Now we also, we're starting off with the city and we're moving up onto the state level. So want to come up here and actually, whoop, I'm going to grab this. There we go. Whoops. Whatever works for you.
Sure. Thank you so much. My name is Nam Pham. I'm Assistant Secretary for Business Development for Governor Baker, the #1 governor in the country. I think we have to get used to the thought that we are #1. We are the #1 state in terms of innovation. We are the #1 state overall. The city of Boston, I'd like to congratulate the mayor. The city of Boston is the only city in America that ranked on the top places to live and work in the world. So I think we have to repeat this. We are #1. The reason that we are #1 in most things, almost everything, is because of we have the people like you. Our ecosystem regarding innovation, we have many things to be happy about. But the #1 thing is the people. Our people are diverse, we are risk takers, and we are smart. So what the state can do to make that even better? I manage a few offices that can provide some assistance for you. The state can lend you money. The state can provide you technical assistance. The state can also invest in you. So I would encourage all of you to contact us. Just look up Massachusetts Office for Business Development. Every big business once was a small business. And every small business was started with an idea of one person. So I'd like to congratulate all of you and thank you all of you for making Massachusetts #1. Thank you and good luck.
Thanks so much. All right, folks. We're going to get quick introductions from our experts tonight. I always tell them this is their 15 seconds of fame, not their 15 minutes. So they're going to come up and introduce themselves one by one. And they're also, you can find them in the center. They have tables. So we can start off with Glenn Lloyd. Lloyd. It's going to be a long night if I can't say anything right.
How y'all doing tonight? So actually I want to take 10 of my seconds and I want to actually appreciate someone in the room who helped make this happen, and that's Ed Gaskin. You know? For bringing this to Roxbury, but someone said not just Roxbury, but Grove Hall, Roxbury. So it's great to see all this beautiful talent in my neighborhood, I'll say. And I just want to quickly say, folks know me as an entrepreneur, but for the last 10 months, I've been positioning myself in the banking world. So I'm actually at Eastern Bank helping them spend their profits. And we're starting a new foundation called the Foundation for Business Equity. And our first objective out of the gate is to help Black and Latino businesses grow. Yes. So that's the big general announcement. There's a website called the Business Equity Initiative. If you just Google it, you'll find out more. We're doing everything, throwing the kitchen sink at, we're starting with established businesses and really helping them grow. And then we want to start moving into the emerging businesses. So if you want to find out more about it, I'm going to be hanging over here somewhere, and you'll see more about us as time goes on. How's that for seconds?
Thank you. Our next expert is Winston Henderson. Winston, there we go, from the other side.
Mine's pretty simple. So I'm a lawyer and entrepreneur, a couple of companies deep in the Massachusetts area, from life sciences to big data. Expertise in law, intellectual property, raising money, and corporate strategy. If you want to see me, I'll be in the back as well. Thank you.
Nice job. All right, Marv Jones, we got you up next. Hello.
Okay, I'm going to take a little bit longer, not too much longer. I have to do this. My name is Marv Jones. I grew up in Roxbury. I'm the CEO of Kinergy Power. We are an alternative energy company. We harvest energy from road and rail infrastructure. That energy can be used to power buildings or sent back to the grid. We are an American-Canadian company. We are looking for all types of talent. In here I see brown and black faces, which is a great thing because I travel all around the country, and this is an anomaly. So it's great to see this crowd here in Roxbury. I'm going to be in the back, so if anybody wants to speak to me, I'm there.
All right, our next one is Walter Callender. Walter, there you are, Walter. Round here. Here, I'm going to do that. All right, you are free.
One of the greatest pleasures in life is doing the things that people say you cannot do. 3.5 years ago, I founded with two partners one of the few technology for-profit accelerators targeting specifically underrepresented entrepreneurs. In the past 3.5 years, we've funded 11 companies, half of which now have patents or patent pendings. One of our most recent investments just finished the Techstars New York City Winter Program, and we've recently raised $1.5 million for her in seed investment. I'll actually be at a table right here in the middle. Happy to speak to you later.
$1.5 million, awesome. All right, Derek Duplessis. Derek, there you are, Derek.
How y'all doing? All right. That was weak. How you guys doing? Thank you. It's funny, I grew up not too far from here on Columbia Road, across the street from Burger King. And I went to school not too far from here at the Jeremiah E. Burke High School. So it's so cool to see all of you guys here in my hood. It's a beautiful thing. So I'm a coach. I work with startups and with artists. And the big thing is there's so many of you that could be doing so much better. In the last few years, I've helped folks raise $2.6 million on Kickstarter. And I want to have way more success stories. So come see me in the back.
All right, our next speaker is Boston Dream Project. Mia, come on up.
All right, Thank you, Ed. Good evening. I'm Nia Evans. I'm with Boston Ujima Project. We are creating a new locally governed economy in Boston focused on communities of color and working class communities. We are doing that by creating a community-controlled capital investment fund and tying that with a business alliance and good business certification, anchor institution strategy, time banking, alternative currency, and consumer organizing. So I will be at the table over here. Come talk to me if you're interested in community investing. We're hosting a workshop next weekend, or if you're a small business owner that is interested in either capital support or technical assistance. Thank you.
Nicely done. Sheena Collier, City Awake and the Boston Chamber. Sheena, you are.
Good evening. Sheena Collier, Director of Strategy at the Boston Chamber of Commerce. So the Chamber is a business organization, it's a membership organization. It's not sector specific, but we do realize particularly this growing tech and innovation economy in Boston, that the Chamber has to really change to meet the needs of the city. I heard a phrase today that most chambers are stale, pale, and male. And so we're trying to change that with the leadership of our President and CEO, Jim Rooney, who really wants to focus on not being your grandfather's chamber. And so two of the ways we're doing that specifically is through a focus on gaining commitments from major corporations throughout the city to do business with small businesses led by people of color to create more access to equity and wealth, as well as City Awake, which is one of our signature programs focused on young people, young professionals. There's a lot of City Awake delegates in the room, making sure that 20 and 30-year-olds in the city have a voice in the civic dialogue of Boston. And so on October 23rd, we'll be holding a millennial convention, the convention for the next generation at the EMK. You all will get more information about it. And overall, the Chamber is just really focused on making sure that Boston is a place where both businesses and people are thriving.
Thank you. All right. One of the things we usually do at Mass Innovation Nights is rapid fire job opportunities. If you are hiring, you should put a little red dot on your name tag when you came in. If you haven't done so already, you can still do so. If you have a job opportunity you want to do a shout out for, I need you to come up here and we'll hand you the mic and you'll say basically who you are, your company, and what you are hiring for. So who's hiring? Hiring. All righty. We're already hiring. Super fast.
So Sankofa is a data science company focused on cracking the culture code. So if you know, when Google started, they had a Google satellite.
Just what you're hiring for.
And then I need data scientists who are interested in mapping out Boston's culture and its neighborhoods. What is the consumption patterns? Who are the influencers? No experience necessary, but people who are interested in doing data and marketing.
All right.
Manufacturing engineers, EEs, electrical engineers, civil engineers, computer scientists.
Thank you. Anyone else hiring? Okay.
I didn't know about the rapid job share, so I don't have a red dot, but we are hiring a fund manager, and job descriptions on our website, ujimaboston.com.
Awesome. All right. Got some job. Any other job ops? Come on up. Come on up.
Hey everyone, I'm Tiffany from ABCD. We have a technology training program, Tech Keys, and we are hiring a technology instructor. Job description is on the website. Thanks.
Awesome. All right. Other job ops? Oh, we got one more.
Hi everyone, I'm Alessandra Brown, the director of the Roxbury Innovation Center. We are hiring a full-time events and marketing coordinator. Our timeline is to have somebody in place by August. So we're moving relatively quickly. All the information is on our website.
Awesome. All right, we're going to jump in. We've also got presentations from 5 companies this month. So there's voting on our website every single month, and usually it's the top 4 companies that get to present. This month we had a tie, so we have 5 companies presenting. And we're actually going to start things off with a real quick introduction to our Student Startup Spotlight. Every month we have one of the local universities bring us their students who have a startup. So they get to come up here and tell you a little bit about their program and their company. So Ashley, why don't you jump right in?
How's it going, everybody? My name is Tori Lamb, and I am the Assistant Director at Accelerate, which is Wentworth Institute of Technology's Innovation and Entrepreneurship. It's a mouthful, but Accelerate is an extracurricular program that allows students to be exposed to entrepreneurial education. It's a place where students can come with an idea and a passion of theirs, and throughout the semesters, we teach them the skill sets that they need to take their ideas to the next level. Tonight, I'm very proud to present to you, introduce a team here who is here to make an impact for the city of Boston and hopefully communities all around the world. OCC Youth Unleash.
1 minute.
Hi guys, my name is Devonta Mathurin. I'm from the Orenburg Community Center, and if you haven't checked out our table, check it out in the back. It's all blue, OCC Youth Unleash. And basically we increase engagement in the communities by allowing the teens to have access to local resources, events, and other opportunities to keep them empowered and involved and stay off the streets. We actually ran a survey at each community center across Boston, and we found out that 71% of the teens are actually aware of the centers but do not actually attend them. In order to solve this issue, we created our mobile application called Unleashed, which consolidates all events and programs for each community center across Boston. And on top of that, we also host different various youth-led events to increase the youth engagement as well.
Well done. All right, so the way that this works is our entrepreneurs have 5 minutes. Yes? Hey folks, can you help me out? If you're going to be networking, maybe go out in the hallway. Thank you. All right, we're going to start the presentations from our entrepreneurs. These presentations were chosen in the online voting. So each one of them has 5 minutes. At the end of their presentation, they will take 2 questions while we swap out the presentations in the on the screen. So if they don't fill up their 5 minutes, it doesn't mean they get 3 minutes of questions, okay? So we're going to start off with Fab Lab, and here we go. All right, where's our Fab Lab folks? Here you go. Do you want this in the holder, or do you want? I'll give you 1 minute. Okay. That's great. All right. Hello, Boston. Oh, come on, you can do better than that. Hello, Boston. Grove Hall. Roxbury. We're grateful to be here tonight. My name is Donalyn Stephenson, and I am a co-founder of Fab Labs for America. We are evangelists for Fab Labs. So you just heard from Alessandra. She's got a Fab Lab in her Roxbury Innovation Center. And we've got a couple more in the city. We've got one South and Technology Center, and we've got one at Lena Park. And we recently have a small space, 110 square feet, in the Fairmount Innovation Lab in Upham's Corner. So we want you to come and see us there. We're putting that in. These other spaces, these are all community owned. We do not own them. We do not run them. But we provide access, try to help do what we can to support their lives as directing information to them. My name is Donalyn, as I said, and I am evangelist for Fab Labs to tell the good news. About 12 years ago, I stepped off of Boston curb and into a new place, a place that changed my life. Took my 4 children there as I was homeschooling them and trying to find activities for them. And I found out that this place that had these computers and the machines that were run by computers was fantastic. And as a result of it, I've got a daughter now that is using this same technology to build bone. We can make just about anything. She's at Johns Hopkins University right now, as this has taken her to do her PhD in biomedical engineering there. Also, I have a son that is currently an inventor. And so we are very, very glad to talk to you about the Fab Labs. You know, Boston is #1 in innovation. It has been deemed that. We are the startup capital of the world. And Fab Labs function at that space. We want Fab Labs not just in our communities. When we saw how we were doing and how well these communities were doing, we thought
you know, it's not enough for us to have a Fab Lab for us to do something with. We thought that we need to have something for more people to work with, and that they can have the tools of the new economy at their fingertips. We wanted a Fab Lab. Our vision is a Fab Lab in every community, in every neighborhood, so that everybody can have an opportunity to use the tools of the new economy. Right now we are, and we wanted these labs, instead of just being disconnected atoms, we wanted them to come together, to work together, to build best practices for the communities to be able to innovate. You know, you could go into a lab, and we had this happen to us a little while ago, where 2 kids went into Lena Park Fab Labs, and they said, "What are we going to make today?" In less than 2 hours, they had a design for sunglasses that they are now taking, and they're going to sell them for $160 a piece. Yes, and they're patenting the glasses and the case. You can do anything in a Fab Lab. And we are saying to you today that we need to build capacity for these labs. This young man here is making something with his hands, but he can do something with machines, and we can empower our small businesses, our communities, so that they can do what they need to do to provide resources for them. I would like to thank you. Our next step in developing our small lab is to get the equipment in there so that we can give those entrepreneurs and that we have in the fashion and textile industry the tools that they need to go to the next step. Thank you.
Do we have questions? We can take 2 questions while we're swapping out the website. You just raise your hand.
Questions?
You know what I tell people? There's no questions, you gave a perfect presentation.
Okay, so we're in the
one.
Oh,
right
yes.
here.
How many creations? Do you mean success stories? Okay, so
the question is, how many success stories
that come out of the Fab Labs? Okay, so one of the greatest success stories of the Fab Lab is MakerBot. Now, most people don't understand that the digital fabrication, the desktop 3D printing industry actually started in the Fab Lab. It was with the Greening the Ghetto project in the Bronx, New York. And so all they wanted was a small 3D printer. They wanted a 3D printer, and they made one. They designed it in the lab. They cut it out on a laser cutter, and we have today MakerBot. And they sold that company for over $400 million when they sold it. So there are a lot of your 3D printer industry actually started in the Fab Lab, as far as the desktop.
Great, thank you. All right, Yuzuri, you're up next. All right, there you are, right up front.
Holder or I'll be back here. Make sure that's on.
Good evening. Good evening. I'm Michael Kayemba, the founder and CEO of Uzuri. Uzuri is a Swahili word for wellness. And I would like you to think, when was the last time you went to your primary care physician? 6 months ago, 3 months ago, perhaps a month ago. And for all the people in the back, when was the last time you went to your beautician? Perhaps for a manicure, pedicure, or a haircut for gentlemen. Well, if you're like me, you've probably gone to your primary care physician fewer times than you've gone to your PCP. Now, in Uganda, the Ministry of Health recommends that somebody goes for 4 primary care visits over the course of a pregnancy. But our research showed that expectant mothers go only 2 times. And the second time is usually the day of the delivery. Now, do you want to know how many times they go to a beauty center? Twice a month. So imagine if for each of their beauty visits, they had the option to see their primary care physician then. How much less would infant mortality rates and maternal mortality rates be reduced? So if you think that is something that's cool, we agree, because we think that in the 21st century, the way that healthcare is delivered needs to change. We think that we need to adapt our tools to where people are and provide them with the healthcare where they are. Because guess what? Healthcare currently is no longer an issue of access alone. Access has greatly improved across the world, and now there are so many other bottlenecks: time, quality, lack of education that prevent people from going for primary care visits. So we want to bring healthcare where the people are. We want to meet them where they are and provide them healthcare in the spaces where they are and make it convenient. Make it a part of day-to-day life. So it's stressful. We all have many things we have to do over the day. So what if we just brought healthcare as a part of your day-to-day life where you are when you go for your beauty services and you have it there? So how would we do that? For example, we'd say come in for a haircut and have a vaccine. And specifically when you come in, we'll see you because you came in for a mani-pedi, and we say, this is the Uzuri module, and with Uzuri, in addition to obtaining best quality beauty services, you also get a free physician consult if it's your first time. And follow-up is important, so we follow up as well. So you must be wondering, yeah, that's a cool idea, but are people going to like it? Are they going to pay for it anyway? And the answer is yes. So we did the research for you so that you would just invest today and not have to do that yourself. So we ran a couple of surveys, and the model that we are coming up with is a subscription-based model where people pay us a fee on a monthly basis, and that covers both their primary care and beauty needs. And in Uganda, where the insurance rates vary from a low of about 2% and a high of about 15%, we hope to turn this subscription-based model into community-based insurance. So you must be wondering, what will the uptake be? Are people interested in this? And you can guess we did that research too. So we did a survey of over 400 clients and asked them those questions. Would you obtain healthcare from a salon? 70% said yes. Would you obtain medication from there? And they said yes. So the need is there. The sort of minimum viable project has been proven. And now what we are looking for is we already have one center in Masaka, Uganda, where we see about 300 clients a month. We are looking to raise 350,000 in convertible debt to build another 4 health and beauty centers. Our gross profit is about 50%. We are looking at a 40 million revenue by year 5. And you can support us by, we are a young team. We are looking for mentorship. We are looking for, we are looking to build up an advisory board, visit our website, and I'm looking forward to your questions. I'm sure you have questions. No one? Yes? Very good question. The question was, could this model be replicated in other African countries or even other communities within the US? And the answer is yes. So currently we are starting in Uganda, but we realize that this model is very much applicable to the African American community in the US, to the Latina community in the US, and we are hoping to build this out across sub-Saharan Africa. Question 2, yes? Actually, we're unisex. We do it for both. We focus on women because they are the locus of healthcare provision in a family, usually. You treat a woman, she'll treat the kids and the husband, usually. So that is the locus of our focus, but it's by no means ending there. Thank you very much. We'll be at the table here for any additional questions.
Okay. Thank you. Our next presenter is Pulse 24/7. And don't forget, folks, this is a visibility event. The idea is to help promote local entrepreneurs. So if you tweet, use the hashtag Min99, and we will archive and wrap up your social media stuff along with all the other ones. So we're going to get going right here.
So my name is Andy, and I'm the co-founder of Pulse 24/7. Within the past 10 years, my co-founder and I have been running a small boutique consulting firm, helping small businesses, especially in the service industry, grow and scale their companies with technology. During the past 10 years, we definitely saw a wave in a lot of retail, in the retail economy, and that was in the form of e-commerce. And that disruption happened at a very, very fast pace. When that happened, a lot of retailers who weren't able to pivot, a lot of them lost. And from small mom and pop shops on Main Street or even around here in Grove Hall, a lot of them just could not survive. Even a lot of retailers, chain retailers on Wall Street, a lot of them, even they did not survive. Now, this same wave that hit the retail economy, this wave now is back, and that is in the form of the on-demand economy. Now we're seeing large high-tech companies being well-funded with millions, in some cases billions of dollars, being poured into these high-tech companies, disrupting a lot of service professionals. And to be honest with you, it's cannibalizing small business owners and the sense of entrepreneurship. A lot of these small business owners we're consulting for the past 10 years, a lot of them actually shut down. Scaled down, shut down, and what they did is they actually became 1099 employees for the very same tech companies who disrupted them. And that's really where we saw a really serious opportunity here to really help small businesses, especially in the service industry. They're the backbone of the US economy, and we felt like that was our mission, to help them, save them, and equip them with the right tools so they could scale and operate their business. So within the past 10 years, we kind of been keeping a rolling survey with our customers and understanding what they needed before we actually went out and built something, right? So we've been keeping a tally, and we found out that a lot of our customers, these entrepreneurs, were struggling with three major things: retaining existing customers, not having enough time to manage their existing customers, and also balance their personal life, and also marketing. How do I find new customers? So this is a quick, just a case study of three of our newest service providers that are with Pulse and have activated Pulse for their businesses. Hugh's the tax accountant. We have Roya, the beauty makeup artist, and we also have Max and Viv, who recently launched about a year ago their home health service agency. You realize that technology is actually in abundance right now. The average service provider is actually using 10+ platforms to pretty much manage their entire business. And that's where the opportunity is. That's where we felt like, they're overwhelmed, they're stressed out, they can't manage and balance all these tools. And that's where the opportunity with Pulse comes. As you can see, they're managing 10+ apps. So Pulse basically democratizes the same type of technology Uber invested millions of dollars with. They're fortunate to have VCs backing them. They're fortunate to have some of the smartest MBAs working with them behind the scenes. We leverage the similar technology Uber has, and we're democratizing it to give it to a regular service provider, whether you're a one-man show or whether you've been in business for a while but just haven't automated and integrated anything to basically help you scale. This is a quick demo of how our product works. After the presentation, feel free to visit our booth and I'll give you a real-life demo. I know a lot of you guys have service providers that are awesome. They're creative at what they do. They're hard workers, but have they honestly scaled in the past somewhat years you've been doing business with them? And if they haven't, there's definitely a problem, and we could definitely help them right now, for as low as $10 a month, by the way. In addition to technology, we understand that technology is not the only solution. These small business service providers, they actually need a lot of mentorship and guidance. So on top of that, we also built an algorithm that detects what they're doing wrong in their business, and it pushes in real-time content so they could read content on how they could improve their business every week at the end of the week. Thanks for listening to me, and again, meet us at the booth, and I'll definitely give you guys a free trial to any service provider you know that could use this to accelerate their business. Two questions, please. Anyone?
All right. That means,
Come on.
That means perfect presentation.
So we have 10,000 downloads right now, and that's actually a good question. Our marketing efforts are twofold. We're doing a lot of digital marketing, SEO, and also a lot of ASO. Right now we're number 5 under certain keywords, for example, appointment scheduler. We're top 5 apps right now, competing with apps that are, $300 million companies like Vagaro and Stylesy. We're getting a lot of traction in the beauty and also the fitness industry. And we're also working on strengthening our channel partnership programs. We have 3 nationwide partnerships right now. Day Spa Association of the United States with 35,000 plus freelance massage therapists that be marketed our product. We also have Bazi Pilates, which is one of the biggest education companies in the country that offers education to Pilates and yoga instructors. They're marketing our product. And we have another software reseller called Keybot. They're also marketing our product as well, but we're looking for a lot more. Any other questions?
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You are up next. Say it again.
Oh, thank you. Holder or not holder?
I'll hold it.
Okay.
Hello, my name is Angie. I am the founder of Doni. Doni gets the stuff that you donate to the people in your community who need it most. We are Doni is a donation matchmaking service. We get the stuff that you donate to the people in your community who need it most. Through a network of local charity partners, we connect you with individuals and families in crisis who lack exactly what you want to give. Imagine a mother who goes to, a woman who goes to MGH to give birth, except she's homeless and maybe she's fleeing a domestic violence situation. So when she and her child have to leave the maternity ward on the 3rd day, there's really no good option for her. And beyond that, she has none of the items that she would need that we consider bare essentials when having a child. No baby bassinet, no onesies, no baby carrier. Imagine another mother who goes to MGH on the very same day to give birth with her 2nd child, but she lives in the suburbs and her friends were able to throw her a wonderful baby shower, and now she has 2 of everything. She wants to donate. She wants to give her stuff the chance to impact someone's life positively. How do we connect these 2 mothers together? Right now, if anyone donates something in our city, there's an 80% chance that it will be resold for profit, usually overseas. So even things that we donate at places like Goodwill or into Planet Aid drop boxes ultimately end up leaving the community and never get to the people in our community who need them most. Doni is working to change that. We are building a better way. We have built a network of local charity partners like homeless shelters and women's shelters for victims of domestic violence, child welfare programs that post their needs on our website, so that when mom number 2 visits Doni and says, I have a handful of baby pajamas that I want to donate, the app curates a list of local nonprofits for her that need those items. The woman can drop those items off, she can mail them in, Or if her company or her workplace or her office building, her apartment building has sponsored Doni, she can drop off her items right on site. And that's really how Doni has monetized itself, is that we offer this concierge service to our corporate partners and our apartment building partners who contract Doni to offer our service to their tenants. Currently in Boston, over 105 agencies like homeless shelters and immigrant coalitions actively request in-kind donations. And they're so knee-deep in providing the critical services that they provide that they're unable to develop a network from which, or donor base from which they can crowdsource needed items. So Doni is working to bring all of those organizations onto our platform so that next time you want to donate something, you can find an individual or family in crisis who really needs it. So our ask today is if you know or if you're affiliated with a company or a workplace that should have Doni in its space, to tweet at DoniCo. Doni should be here and let us know. And if not that, tweet a picture of the first thing that you'll Doni now that you know that we exist. Thank you. We don't have a warehouse. When you visit the Doni app, you can find a nonprofit that needs your stuff. You have the option of sending it in, mailing it in, or dropping it off. If your company has sponsored Doni, you can bring your stuff to the on-site collection point and we'll pick it up and drop it off the same day. So we don't have a collection point. We try to get everything into the hands of the recipients as quickly as possible. It's just Boston right now. Boston is our pilot city. All donations made in Boston stay in Boston, and that would be true of any city that we move into, so that we're really building supportive community networks. We believe that when people donate something, they believe or they intend for it to go to someone in their vicinity. And now that's not the case, but we want to make that a reality.
All right, great. Thank you. Thank you. All right, folks, I'm going to ask you to be courteous so we can get one more startup to present up here. If you're going to be networking and talking, if you can move it out into the hallway. Even just the slightest murmur is so loud up here, and it's really hard to hear, especially when we have some people that are quietly talking and presenting their startups. So if you could really help us out, it'd be super appreciated. We've got one more startup to present, and then we're going to announce the winners of the voting, and we've got a couple of other housekeeping items. So our next company to present is Kids in Tech.
Good evening, everyone. Hi, my name is Olu Ibrahim, and I'm the founder of Kids in Tech. When I was 7 years old, my dad and I set up our first family computer, and my father made this experience so exciting. We spent day after day learning about different parts and putting together, and he really introduced to me the tech sector, as well as the notion of work and play in a fun, engaging way. And so, along with my nonprofit background, that was a catalyst for Kids in Tech. That same experience I had with my father, I want to replicate for every single child. So that being said, in Massachusetts, there's over 130,000 unfilled tech jobs. And when we look at the sector, so for somebody who has a bachelor's degree in a tech-related field, for instance, there's 17 unfilled jobs. And for associate's degree in a tech-related field, there are 6 unfilled jobs. And so when we narrow in and we talk about Greater Lowell, where we are based right now, over 50% of tech jobs, 50% by 2024 is going to be in computer tech. So our solution to that problem is to create our after-school tech club program, where we partner up with school districts and after-school providers, such as your local Boys and Girls Club or Girls Inc., and we essentially provide hands-on experimental learning projects led by trained STEM professionals as well as educators in a semester-long setting. So we go to exactly where the kids are at. So we teach everything from typing to coding to robotics to artificial intelligence. We try to make this fun and engaging for kids ages 8 to 14. So our business model is that we are focused on mid-sized cities like Lowell. So the first wave of tech innovation happens in major cities. Now there's a second wave of tech innovations happening in smaller cities like Lowell. So how do we build infrastructure and how do we start to build that talent to support smaller cities like Lowell and to ultimately create a stronger Boston? So essentially, we go to where the kids are at. Our partners commit to a semester-long project with us, and we provide our partners, such as the organization we partner with, will pay us a program fee to also generate some revenue, but it's always free to the student. So this is why we exist. As I said before, a lot of STEP programming happens in major cities, but what about the second wave of innovation, entrepreneurship in the smaller cities? And currently we are the only provider doing that. And so this is our current partners, Girls Inc. and Lowell, as well as CBA, and we hope to target school districts and charter schools, etc. We want to replicate our clubs everywhere we can. And then we want to go and help provide that to other mid-sized cities in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, making a stronger innovation ecosystem ultimately. So that's me. And my catalyst for this is really, again, my dad, my expertise in education has really led me to this point where I realized as a teacher, a lot of kids start to lose interest in STEM between the ages of 8 and 14. I used to be a middle school teacher, and by the time I had kids, they were not interested in STEM. So this is the age where we have to engage them and sustain that engagement so that ultimately all of you guys, who are a lot of tech people in this country, in this space, have talent to really make sure that you guys are providing services. That being said, for our pilot year, we are almost a year old, but we are able to serve 45 students, and we hope to expand and grow. And here's just our timeline of our company and our accomplishments. Recently, we've also been recognized by the Nonprofit Massachusetts Network in the Young Professionals category for our nonprofit startup. And here's our accomplishments for our year-long pilot. Again, I feel like when we have communities who mobilize around young children, you get results like this. Kids who say that they understand technology, who feel comfortable with technology, and who want us to come back and replicate our model for them. And that takes a community effort. So we are growing our advisory council, so if you're very interested in working at a nonprofit startup, we would love to come talk to me. I would love to talk to you guys about how you can join our advisory council. If you are looking for a deeper way to make impact, we're growing our board of directors, so if you're very interested in our model, what we're doing, please come talk to me. If you're also philanthropists in the room, I don't know if you guys are in the room, but if you are and you're interested in what we're doing, please come talk to me. And if you are interested in giving back and you're a STEM professional, come find me and we can help you get situated in one of our tech clubs. So thanks again, and thank you for having me. Any questions? Any questions?
Again, that means perfect presentation.
Okay, maybe because I'm the last person.
That means a perfect presentation. That's what happens.
Okay.
All right. So we've got a couple of things, and then we're going to announce the winners of the Audience Choice Awards. Number one, who's been to a Mass Innovation Night before? Okay, a few, wow, okay. Let's put it this way. Who's new to Mass Innovation Nights? And keep your hands up. All right, now, if you've been to a Mass Innovation Nights before, you know we do a little kind of church social thing. You run over and find somebody that hasn't been to one before and shake their hand. I'm gonna give you 1 minute. All right? Keep your hands up if you're new, people. Someone's gonna come over and say hello. 1 minute. Say hello to a new person. Oh, excellent. I see some new people over there standing at Black Girls Nutrition. Somebody go over and say hello to them. There we go. And Mr. Purple Shirt, he needs a hello. There we go. All right. Okay. I'm going to cut it off short. You guys have done a good job. One thing about Mass Innovation Nights, you are welcome at every Mass Innovation Night, so you need to come to another one. And next month, we're going to be having our 100th Mass Innovation Nights event, and it's at the Museum of Science. So I hope you'll all join us on July 12th. All right, let's get our winners presented. I need everybody to pay attention back up here because we need to announce the winners. And we've got some prizes tonight from WeWork and from Callaway Creative. So come on up here, guys, because they're going to be presenting our prizes tonight. So why don't you tell everybody what WeWork is?
Hello, everyone. How's it going? Nice. You guys are pretty quiet when it's like people talking. You guys don't respond and stuff. But my name is Coco. K-O-K-O is how you spell that. I'm from Nigeria. My sister is right here, just because you're Nigerian. But I'm from WeWork. Just quick show of hands. Who's ever heard about WeWork before? Let me just see about WeWork. Wow, we're popular. Well, for those of you who've never heard about WeWork, in the simplest terms, WeWork is a co-working space, but really the coolest co-working space in the world. And we are a community of creators. We house anything from small businesses to huge enterprise companies. And we are 4 locations in Boston right now, 189 locations in 48 countries around the world. So we are pretty everywhere. If you literally just go there, you'll find WeWork. Tonight we will be presenting 4 prizes out. If you have any questions for us, I'll be standing over here. Just find me and be able to answer the questions for you.
Hello, everybody. How are you? My name is Chantel Callaway. I'm the founder and CEO of Callaway Creative, and I am a Boston-born entrepreneur. I invented this really dope party game called Rhymantics, and it's a vocabulary game inspired by hip-hop. It's really, really fun and educational at the same time, so it's very versatile. You can use it in the classroom or at your house party. So it promotes literacy while also paying homage to the roots of hip-hop artistry. So it's a rap cipher game, all proper English is dope, and I'm giving away these prizes to the winners tonight. So thank you for having me and have fun.
Okay, I'm going to need your guys' help to help me hand out the prizes tonight. So our first favorite product winner is Seed from Bare Hand, and I need you guys to come on up here. Woo! And stick around because we want a picture of all of our winners. Wait, I have a very exciting envelope for you with a certificate suitable for framing.
Okay.
Woohoo! And they've got stuff for you too. Load them up. Totally load them up. All right, our second favorite prize, our second favorite product gets a prize, is Black Girls Nutrition. Come on up. Nicely done, ladies. Our third favorite product is Doni. Come on up. Oh wait, you guys get an envelope too. Envelope for you guys. You gotta have your certificate suitable for framing. Whee! And the grand prize winner for tonight, these are based on your votes, is the Moon Selfie Light. Come on up. All right. Certificate and goodies for you guys. All right, so wait a minute, you gotta make like you like each other. Come on. All right, pictures. Get in there. Get in there, prize givers. Yeah. Good job. All right, so
These are your winners for tonight based on your votes. I also want to let you guys know we're looking for tech products from women for our 4th annual Women Founders event, which is coming up in the fall. We also need tech prizes and tech products in the following areas: in analytics, process improvement, supply chain, IoT. The next Mass Innovation Nights is number 100 with Draper Sembler Offices as the sponsor, and it's hosted by the Museum of Science and the Museum Innovators Space Tech theme with some MIN alumni, and that'll be July 12th. Tonight's after party will be at Merengue. That's 160 Blue Hill Avenue, because we never stop partying on Mass Innovation Nights nights. And if you want to participate in a future Mass Innovation Nights, all you need to do is apply on our website. And make sure you do so in advance, because we often have a 4 or 5 month lead time to get products in. We've got a pretty long waiting list. So we are here until 8:30. You still have an opportunity to go see the products that you may have missed already. And another round of congratulations for our winners here. Thank you. Don't forget to tweet Min99. Good night.